Hi, my name is Albert. I want to welcome you to Mainland Cycle Center's new vehicle department. Today I want to show you a 2013 Kawasaki Versys 650, and this is in the blue, of course. I'm not sure what the exact name for this color is, so I'm just going to call it blue. But you can find that on our website or Kawasaki's website if you want to know exactly what the name of this color is. But it's kind of a metallic blue. Good looking bike. There were two color options for 2013. There's a white and black, and then this of course being blue and black. So anyway, the Versys is hence the name Versys or versatile. It's a bike that's really kind of hard to pinhole into what kind of bike is this. It's a bit of a dual purpose bike. I believe Kawasaki classifies it as a dual purpose bike, but it's also a really great street bike. It's a bike that can be used for touring, solo touring most likely, meaning one rider. It's a bike that you could do some adventure type riding on it. I mean, this bike has has more suspension travel than say a Ninja 650. That's a very similar bike, but it also has more ground clearance, so it's a bike you can handle some dirt roads and that kind of thing on. But just a very cool bike. A lot of people like it for commuting because it is a little taller than say a Ninja 650, which helps you see maybe over other cars on the road and that kind of thing. So really a fun bike to ride. A lot of my customers that are riding this bike just really love it. So really a fun bike to ride. Really kind of surprises you. Styling wise, I'd say it's probably not the kind of bike that when most people see it, they go, wow, that's a really nice bike. Most people, I shouldn't say most people, there's a certain segment that really is all about the styling of the motorcycle, and this may not appeal to some of them. Some people this style does appeal to, but anyway, it's kind of a little bit of a niche, but this bike has a pretty good following and it's fairly popular, and I for one as a motorcyclist dig it. But anyway, I realize it's not just everybody's cup of tea, this styling. But really got great suspension, inverted front forks. We've talked about the Ninja 650 a couple times. That's because this bike and the Ninja 650 have a very similar chassis and a very similar motor, basically the same motor. But this bike does have the inverted front forks. Again, longer suspension travel than a normal street bike. It does have the dual disc brakes in the front, two piston calipers with the pedal style rotors, and we've talked about in my videos lots of times, those little cuts, those little pedals give you more surface area to dissipate heat. You can see the exhaust headers there. I really think are beautiful the way they move around there, but they really tried to put a tuned header on there. It's liquid cooled, fuel injected. This is a twin cylinder 650 with dual overhead cams, a 4-valve per cylinder. I really love this motor. It has a cassette type transmission. When we say that, what we mean is that on an older style bike from some years ago now, because I think everything in the future is going to have this design, this cassette type transmission design, but the older style bikes had in order to access the transmission, you had to completely disassemble the motor, remove the motor from the bike, split the cases. This has a cassette type transmission, which means that if you remove this clutch cover, remove the clutch, there's a plate in there, you take some bolts out and the transmission will remove out the side. So instead of being a 2 or 3 day job for a good mechanic, this would be maybe a 2-hour job or a 3-hour job for a good mechanic. But so I really dig that about this bike. Not that you'll ever have to do that probably, but I don't know, I like the fact that you could. If you needed to, it's easy. You can see the shock kind of goes right in along with the chassis. We call this a trellis type frame because you've got this triangle right here. If you can see this steel bar here and this steel here, and there's another one coming back here, and so there's no frame going down around the bottom of the motor. The motor is a stressed member of the frame. And so by having this triangle, this trellis there, that gives you a lot of strength without a lot of weight, because this is a steel frame, it's not an aluminum frame. It does have an aluminum swing arm. It's got the wheels very similar to what we've been using on some of our sport bikes in recent years. A nice, thick, comfortable seat, more so than say on one of our sport bikes. Grab handles for the passenger. LED rear tail light, clear lenses on the back. Take a look at this side. Good look at that side of the motor. 6-speed transmission. These will do regular 87 octane fuel, so you don't need 90 octane fuel. I believe these are rated about 50-51 miles to the gallon by Kawasaki. Got an analog tachometer with a digital readout on the speedometer, and has a fuel gauge, clock, and some of your basic information there. But it's pretty comprehensive. You've got adjustable levers, so this little dial here on your lever lets you adjust the reach from the lever to the grip, this being your clutch lever on this side. And then again, you've got that little dial on this side, lets you adjust the reach for the brake lever. Pretty standard controls, although you do have hazard lights, and you do have a pass button to flash the high beam. And then there's your high and low beam, your turn signals, your horn, engine off and run, and your start button there. So pretty standard stuff there. Nice tall mirrors. The windshield has a little bit of adjustment to it. There's a couple of different holes here where you can move the windshield a little bit to adjust that. But really fun bikes, really cool bikes to ride. Like I said, it's not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but if you like one of these, if you have a motorcycle license, you're an experienced rider, and you'd like to ride a Versys, we almost always have one of these available for test rides. Come by and see us if you're in our area. We'd love to let you take a demo ride on a Kawasaki Versys, and of course we'd love to sell you one, but if you'd like to take a ride on one and see how you like it and what it's all about, come by and see us. We'd be happy to try to do that for you. All right. We are Mainland Cycle Center. We're located about 30 minutes south of downtown Houston, just off of I-45 in LaMarque, Texas. Our website is mainlandcyclecenter.com. Our phone number is 409-948-4969. Give us a call, shoot us an email, come by and see us. We would love to help any way we can. Hey, thanks for watching.